Well, most of us waking up to bare, wet ground this morning. A thin sliver of extreme northwest Rhode Island, the typical snow belt, Foster, Gloucester, Burrillville belt, picking up several inches of wet, slushy snow. Storm number 1 continues to pull away. We are left with some rain and some drizzle right now, showing up on live Pinpoint Doppler 12 radar. The bulk of the activity, though, is lifting up towards the Boston area and pulling away, though we'll still be left with low clouds, damp conditions, mist, drizzle, and fog for most of the night, and then we'll wait on the arrival of the second storm system. In fact, more rain on the way for tomorrow. Now, we picked up 1 to 3 inches of rain with this first storm, with additional heavy rain on the way. Localized street flooding is possible. That's not to say that, every street is going to look like this, but those streets that normally don't do too well in heavy rain situations, and why a flood watch has been issued for the area tomorrow. Look at the rainfall totals last 24 hours, just under 4 inches in Smithfield. Most areas coming in between 1.5 to 2.5 inches of rain. The problem is the ground is frozen. The first couple of inches of the soil is soft and mushy, but below that, the ground is frozen. So it's having a hard time drinking up the water, and why the potential for flooding is there. This is where the Weather Service has issued a flood watch. But tell you what, even the areas that are not shaded in green have the potential to see some localized flooding. We're going to keep an eye on local rivers and streams, the Patuxent River in Cranston, to name a few. There is a high wind watch in effect for eastern Massachusetts tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. Winds may be blowing over 40 miles per hour across the Massachusetts coastline in anticipation of that second storm system. So it arrives and then it lingers for a couple of days. It's mostly rain and wind for us, but it may end as a little bit of snow, but it'll be more remembered for the rain and the wind. Downtown Providence, damp and murky areas of drizzle and fog, 44 right now, so well above the freezing mark. All locations, even those spots that had snow last night over here, have changed over to all rain, temps in the 40s. So storm number 1, south of our area, starting to lift up into northern New England. The second storm is actually down near Florida. It will intensify rapidly. You can see the leading edge of some of the precipitation already, and that arrives for tomorrow, and it lingers for a couple of days. So fog, mist, and drizzle for this evening. No snow anticipated. Overnight tonight, low clouds and fog, damp, some occasional mist and drizzle. Bus stop forecast will feature some light rain showers in the morning. It doesn't really become heavy, the rain, until the afternoon, and the wind doesn't really pick up until the afternoon hours as well. Some heavy downpours. Here's Thursday afternoon in more detail, looking at temperatures in the upper 30s to lower 40s with heavy rain or periods of heavy rain and strong gusty wind, especially near the ocean, especially out towards eastern Massachusetts, maybe blowing over 40 miles per hour out of the east and northeast. Now on Friday, the storm lingers, but it weakens, and it may be cool enough to support some light snow showers, nothing too significant, a few raindrops maybe mixing in. Still unsettled on Saturday. That's not to say that Saturday is a stormy day, but a rain and snow shower can't be ruled out with extra clouds at 40. And the clouds may be stubborn on Sunday as well, though a little drier. Temperature at 39. Quiet down for early next week. Another system perhaps by the middle of next week. But the problem is when these storms get here, they kind of linger and stall, and why things will be drawn out as far as the lack of sunshine and precipitation. WPRI.com to get your 7-day futurecast. TJ had called me. He was at Home Depot today. He noticed that people were buying sump pumps. So the ground is having a hard time drinking up the water. So if your basement normally has problems during heavy rain, you want to pay attention next 24 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good advice.